Morning. Happy Friday. You guys, I have to remind everybody to make sure that you watch our deep dive tomorrow. It drops tomorrow with Jennifer Say, who used to be the brand manager for Levi's. And then she was like, see ya, biatches. I'm out of here because they went all woke. Go woke, go broke. So she is out of there. It was a fantastic interview with her. We had a lot of fun talking to her. She's kind of a badass. You should totally listen to that tomorrow. It will drop. Valen, our producer, will have that out. That is one. And then the second thing I'd like to tell you right out of the gate, is happy birthday to Jana. Jana Marie. We just wanted to say happy birthday to Jana because she is super special, you guys. She's one of our insiders.
She's had a tough time lately.
Yeah, she has. And we just wanted to give her some special love and attention and just fuss over her a little bit because we love you so much, Jana. Jana Marie, she's good to us.
She is great to us. And you know what? Yeah. She is a good draw for Facebook insiders because of her memes. There is no one who like understands the humor that is in my brain
of us.
Oh my God.
She is the meme queen.
Every meme she posts, I'm just like, I freaking love that. So if you have a chance to join insiders or supporters, you should give a special shout out, if you wouldn't mind, to Miss Jana Marie, because she's amazing.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday indeed. Okay, so there's a story that we need to dig into that has nothing to do with any kind of videos. It's just a story that is super important that if you haven't seen, I'm going to share my screen just so you can see where this story is. This is thefp.com, thefreepress.com. And this story broke yesterday and it absolutely blew our minds wide open. So the picture that you're seeing is of a woman named Jamie Reed. She is a queer to the left of Bernie Sanders progressive.
But why?
I mean, she's way left, you guys.
Right.
To the left of Bernie, that's her description of herself. She is married to a trans person. So there's like her credentials in being able to talk about this subject are, I don't know how you argue that. You know what I mean? She worked as a case manager for the St. Louis? Yes, the St. Louis Center for Trans Kids or something like that. And what she learned, and it was for 4 years that she worked there, she is now whistleblowing that center and really all trans centers by extension because of what she saw in her tenure there that was happening to kids. It is so egregious and horrific, this article and the receipts that she brings, that it is a must read and a must share. And so the fact that I don't have clips of news stations talking about this is horrendous.
It is horrendous. And there's a reason for that. Like, no, people are not sharing it. I mean, we're obviously sharing it, but the big networks, nobody's sharing it. Why do y'all think that is? I mean, there's obviously an agenda with these people and they don't want this lady. It's interesting because Mock saw this yesterday and she's like, oh my God, you have to read this. And so, I read it and she's like, oh my, they have to be sharing this. And I'm like, this woman will get ruined. She will get canceled. She will get ruined. They will absolutely suppress her. And she's like, but she's kind of one of them,
Yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't matter. I mean, they'll still go after her and they will. They will try to cancel her. They will do everything they can to try to destroy this woman. They will. Mark my words.
Well, they already are, because I went on Twitter to just look at some of the reaction and the responses to some people, like even us that were retweeting this article. Some of the responses to it from trans people are like, this is just going to ruin care for kids and this is going to ruin kids. They have clearly not read the article. They clearly are just ignoring the
data.
Yeah. I mean, the things that she saw and was witness to compelled her as a queer woman who is, again, to the left of Bernie. She's saying, politics aside, I am now talking to a Republican governor to look into this because this transcends right and left. We are destroying kids. And that's an issue that is bigger than politics.
Right.
And this is for her.
And when I hear care for kids, which is something that Biden said in his speech the other night, God, it grates on me so much because the whole care for kids. Do you even know what you're saying? Kids don't know what they need. Kids don't know. This is the thing. I mean, we talk about kids can't get a tattoo until they're what, 18? But
I don't
yet,
even know. I'm not sure what that age
I
is.
think it's 18. I think it's 18 if I'm not mistaken. But kids, you can't get a tattoo until you're 18, but yet we're like, "Oh, go ahead and cut your genitals off." I mean, it's totally fine. You know exactly what you want when you're, a wee tot.
Mm.
What are we doing?
It's unreal.
Nuts.
It's unreal. And now,
Yeah.
and people are trying to say that because she is not an actual healthcare practitioner, she's not a doctor, she's
Oh
not
my
a nurse. But I mean, so apparently it doesn't matter that what she saw as a case manager that
Right.
was happening with healthcare is so awful. The stories that she tells are, oh my God, you have to read it, you guys. Please go to thefp.com, read the story, share the story, because she's probably the most important whistleblower for kids ever. I mean, it's a big deal, and I hope it gets a lot more legs. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wanted to mention our friends at Healthy Cell really quickly because we got an email from Pastor Shelley. Pastor Shelley wanted to give a testimonial about Healthy Cell's customer support. Now, Pastor Shelley is a subscriber to a lot of different products from Healthy Cell. And if you haven't heard of Healthy Cell before, Healthy Cell is a provider of like a multivitamin and all different kinds of minerals and supplements and nutrients that your body needs for various things. Most importantly, like a regular multivitamin, right? Their specialty, though, is the way that they put the vitamins together. It's not a pill, it's not a tablet, it's not a capsule. It's a packet of gel that tastes delicious and that your body absorbs 165% better than any other form of getting those minerals and nutrients. So Shelley writes, and I assumed that they had great customer service because all of our sponsors do. But she writes, "Greetings, my friends. I have a testimonial about Healthy Cell customer support that I wanted to share with you. I am a monthly subscriber to the Bioactive Multi, Focus and Recall, and Immune Boost. Yesterday, I received my monthly shipment, and when I opened the box, I discovered the Bioactive Multi box was wet and sticky in one corner. I opened it to find that 2 of the packets had been punctured and leaked out. The other
Yikes.
packets were fine once I wiped them off, but I decided to contact Healthy Cell just to let them know. Within literal minutes, they replied and are sending me a whole replacement box of the Bioactive Multi even as I'm typing this. I can see the confirmation email that the replacement has already been sent. Shout out to Ashley and the stellar customer support at Healthy Cell. Love you, ladies, from Pastor Shelley." So
I love that.
this is one more example of how great our sponsors are.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah.
And you can save 20% on your order of anything that you get at healthycell.com/ You know who should try Healthy Cell? John Fetterman, who is still in the hospital.
I was asking you before we went on if he had a suit on or if he wore a hoodie to the State of the Union the other night. And you said he, in fact, had a suit on. Maybe that's what put him over the edge. He's never worn one.
I mean, he had one on for his photo, like for his official senator photo. But beyond that, I don't know that he wears a lot of suits.
It may have stressed him out, you guys.
Now they're saying that it's not stroke related, but they are saying that they're watching him closely for seizure activity.
Oh my gosh.
So the guy is a mess, you guys. And again, Godspeed and a full recovery. But why the hell did you run for Senate?
Exactly.
Oh my God, it's infuriating. Also, Roseanne Barr. For fans of Roseanne Barr, Fox Nation is giving her a platform, I think on the 13th. So that's Monday. Her new comedy special or her stand-up or whatever is being released. So if you are a Roseanne Barr fan.
I like her.
What is it called? It's called Cancel This. That's the name of it. Cancel This.
I like her.
Yeah, I mean, I like her too. I've seen just one little trailer of this and I didn't think it was very funny. But everybody has different tastes in comedy, so absolutely still check it out. It's great that I think Fox Nation is giving her a platform since she was canceled. So
it's been a while though. It's been a couple years. It's been quite some time. Yeah.
It has been a while since we heard from her. Okay, let's get to some videos. You guys, we have kind of a mishmash of content for you today. Yesterday, I mentioned, kind of not planned and sort of off the cuff, that Biden keeps going on the road and trying to pretend that Republicans are wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare, which we all know is a complete lie.
Yeah.
And I made a comment yesterday that I saw that some of our Facebook insiders were upset about. And my comment was, I think we should be doing something about Social Security and Medicare because those things are insolvent. And so if we just keep kicking the can down the road, which is what politicians do because they don't ever want to catch the heat for actually doing something about Social Security and Medicare, our kids are never going to see it. There's a whole bunch of us in our 40s or whatever that will never see it. And that's not okay because we're all paying into it.
And I think we should cut literally everything else.
The problem, though, is that Social Security and Medicare, if you look at a pie chart, it is a humongous chunk of the spending. And so even if we were to cut other things, that's not going to be enough. And so my point that I tried to make and people got very mad at, because I think the people that are already retired or already taking Social Security were the maddest. They were like, how dare you cut my Social Security? Listen, I'm also going to want it. Okay. It's not that I don't want it. I want what I've paid into just as much as everybody else. The point is, it is not solvent the way it is. And so something has to be done. And I always thought it was going to be Republicans that would actually have the balls to take on to do something about it.
Or
right?
here's a thought. Maybe, we're just taxed enough already.
Yeah.
And they let us go ahead and we, save our own damn money. They quit taking our money and we just save our own money. And because they can't save it anyway. This is the thing. I mean, it's like, it's essentially the government saying to you, I'm going to go ahead and take your money and I'm going to invest it for you. Well, you suck at that.
Yeah.
So I stop it. Stop taking my money.
I would love to see more privatization.
But it's never going to happen.
Well, but that's my point, right? Is that nobody's ever going to do anything about it. So I guess we're just all going to deal with the fact that our kids are screwed. And I don't like that. And so that was my point. And I don't know why people got so mad, but they got mad. And then they were like, I wonder if they're even going to talk about this. And so I'm talking about it because I clearly touched a nerve. And so I thought I would show this clip of Larry Kudlow talking about this very thing yesterday. He's got on his panel Byron Donalds, who he does not put on the spot because Byron is in Congress right now. But there's another panelist that he does put on the spot who kind of makes the point, I think, better than I did, clearly, because everybody got mad at me. So I thought I would let someone else smarter than me explain this.
Larry, I think that's the height of fiscal responsibility.
He's actually damaging. He's actually damaging them with his anti-growth policies, his anti-free market capitalist policies. Look, you could, Byron, I'm not going to put you on the spot. Steve's not the politician. I'm not the politician, or at least I'm not the politician right now. But you could, why not gradually raise the retirement age? It's sitting out there. It's been out there for a long time. It makes a lot of sense. Greenspan did this decades ago. Just there's one thing that could be done besides growing the economy, Steve, at 3.5% or 4%. Just extend the retirement age. Everybody lives longer. I'm living proof of that, by the way. So it's not that hard to do. Go ahead, Steve. Take a whack at it.
Is that for me or Byron?
Yes. No, I'm not going to make Byron deal with that because he is in the political game directly. You and I are just onlookers knocking at the door.
With Social Security, we just have to move the system to a system of personal retirement accounts where people put the money into IRA, like a 401k plan. They'll get twice the return that they get. And on Medicare, it's one thing to say you're not going to cut benefits. I don't think that the Republicans talk about cutting benefits. But, what about finding the ways you can reduce the cost of the health care system through things like, Steve Forbes, I know what he'd say. Why not medical savings accounts and things of that nature? I mean, look, if you don't do anything about Social Security and Medicare in the next 10 years, the whole budget's going to be Social Security, Medicare, and interest on the debt. We're not going to have money for the military, for roads, for hospitals, for anything else.
And by the way,
that's all I was trying to say, is that something has to be done. Something has to be done.
Leanne said, wasn't it supposed to be a temporary program? Well, they're all supposed to be temporary programs.
Right.
Welfare was supposed to be a temporary program. But once the government starts sticking their hand into your pocket, they never stop.
Yep.
They don't stop. And then they take more and more and more. And listen, our founders didn't intend for any of this shit to happen. They didn't want any of it. They didn't want sales tax. They didn't want any of these taxes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want it. And then all of a sudden it just becomes, it's like a, just more and more and more. And then all of a sudden now it's like a 35% tax thing. I mean, it's insanity where we're at. Taxation is theft.
Yeah.
Period. It is theft. It's what they are doing is they're robbing us of our money. And people, it's like the frog in the boiling pot. People just get so used to it that they think, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. No, it's actually not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way the founders intended. They're supposed to make sure that we have like roads, and that we're supposed to have police, and that we're safe. And that's it. That is it. Like the rest of it, they're not supposed to be doing this stuff. They're not supposed to be investing my money for retirement. That's on me. I'm supposed to do that. So when I see Social Security, all this other crap, I'm like, that's, people get so used to the fact that we're, I guess, buying into all this stuff, that they're taking this money and then they get pissed off because they're like, oh, don't take it away. Don't do it. None of this is even supposed to be in place. None of it.
Yeah, but now they're to a point where what we're putting in is paying for people that are needing it now, just like when our kids are paying for it, they're paying for us. It's all such a pyramid scheme, and it does not work this way. And so maybe I didn't make the point as well as I should have, but the problem is that if we just keep ignoring it, like that's not an answer either.
Yeah.
Janet, thank you so much for the super sticker, and Andrea, who sent one before the show even started, thank you too.
You would be great. That's why I always love the notion of like a flat tax.
Yeah.
That's why I always love that. Remember Herman Cain? I always love that.
Oh yeah.
When Herman Cain, remember, nah. Because it's now, because the toothpaste is out of the tube. It's hard to get that toothpaste back in. But if we could do something like that, man, that would be great.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's ever going to happen, you guys, because it's like we're so far out of the gate. They're so used to all of our money, and they just won't stop.
And I do have, it would be great if we actually could get Congress to stop wasting money and actually end the fraud and have things in place that prevent them from just wasting billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. After we talk about bone frog for a second, seriously, you guys, get boned now, because the next video I'm going to show you is going to enrage you, but it is at the same time a great place we can start making some cuts, right?
Yeah.
So again, if you have not tried Bone Frog coffee, this coffee was started by a guy, a Navy SEAL, in honor of fallen Navy SEALs, you guys. This coffee is delicious.
So good.
The person responsible for the taste is the same guy responsible for Seattle's best coffee. They help put these blends together. It is absolutely delicious, and a percentage of the money that you spend on coffee there goes to great causes that support Navy SEALs and their families. bonefrogcoffee.com. You can get 5% off of a subscription order if you choose to get it sent to you monthly, which you should,
you'll want to. Once you have one, you're going to want to.
Yeah. Then you're done for all other coffee. Like this is your coffee. And then there's a little drop down that asks you, where did you hear about Bone Frog? You can say Chicks on the Right. They are huge fans of ours. We are huge fans of theirs. It's a very mutual love affair that we're having with the folks at Bone Frog Coffee. Please support them. Check them out, bonefrogcoffee.com. Okay, are you ready? Is everybody
everybody's sitting down. People are getting boned all over the country. Everybody's getting boned.
Okay,
right
good.
Now. Everybody's sitting down.
Because it's important. All right. Because this is going to make you mad. And this is all thanks to just some random guy on TikTok who dug in and did the research. It goes so much deeper than we all even realized. Brace yourselves.
Let's break it all down. Salary and benefits for U.S. Congress members. Most senators and representatives make $174,000 per year, but higher level positions make more. For example, majority and minority leaders in the House and Senate make over $193,000 per year. And Speaker of the House makes $223,000 per year. According to the Congressional Research Service, some of their perks and benefits include annual allowances in 2022 that ranged from $1.75 million to almost $2 million. $995,000 is allotted just to hire staff. They have a maximum of 18 permanent employees and no more than 4 additional part-time, temp, shared employees or paid interns. Senators' official personnel and office expense account for 2023 ranges from $3.8 million to almost $6 million. Other allowances include office furniture, equipment, and furnishings from an approved list in their DC offices, with an additional $40,000 authorized for furniture and furnishings in their offices in their home states. Health insurance, with 72% of their premiums covered.
Nice.
And yes, they can retire and qualify for lifetime health insurance.
Of course.
After serving for 5 years, they get a pension in addition to Social Security. If a Congress member dies while in office, their family receives a year's salary. Reminder, minimum of $174,000. They also receive free and reserved parking at DC airports. They also have access to a taxpayer-subsidized gym. According to the New York Post, as of 2011, it costs House members $20 a month and senators $40 a month. The Senate Hair Care Shop, the on-site beauty salon that offers haircuts for $20, that has consistently run deficits, by the way, in hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year since it opened in 1997. They also have a member-dedicated subway system. And according to Forbes, taxpayers spend about $2 million each year on elevator doormen just to hit buttons and hold doors open for Congress members and their staff. Forbes also reported Congress has exempted themselves from certain federal laws, including the Freedom of Information Act, safety and health investigatory subpoenas, and protections against retaliation for whistleblowers, and more. They also have a dedicated settlement fund to settle workplace disputes.
Oh my God.
From 1997 to 2020, this totaled $17.6 million in settlements from 275 cases. Lastly, let's not forget the fact that they don't have a single 5-day work week.
Nope.
And technically, they have more days off each year than they have to work. Privilege sure has its privileges.
I mean, I cannot with these people. Public service, you guys. Public service.
Right, service.
They're serving the public. Let's be nice. Can you even? Oh
yeah. So let's start cuts there, right? Let's start cutting there. And then let's get rid of the fraud, waste, and abuse. And then we can talk about dealing with all the other stuff.
Yeah. But people wonder how Nancy Pelosi has, listen, I'm sure a lot of it is like, you know, her husband and all the insider trading tips. But I mean, people wonder how these folks have $24,000 refrigerators and buy $14 a pint ice cream. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how.
That's
there.
how. Yeah. And you notice that they don't ever want to make laws that prevent them from getting insider knowledge about the stock market.
No.
I mean, it's just, oh my God. Anyway, that was infuriating.
It was. Thanks, Mock.
But we're all going. To that guy, right? Like he was so clearly, I mean, he said it all so clearly. It was the doorman, $2 million a year on freaking elevator button pushers.
What are we doing?
What? Oh my God.
Yeah. And again, though, this is exactly like our founders.
My husband just asked if they're hiring.
Ron, it's so great.
DC.
No, we don't want to be anywhere near that place. That place is gross. Seriously, though, this is again like the founders didn't want this. You think the founders sat around and they were like, "Oh my God, we have to make sure that everybody has a doorman, and that because they can't push their own buttons." We're so far removed from what they wanted.
We're so far removed from service, the concept of service,
and they weren't supposed to be in there for 50 years. Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's exactly right. God, it's so freaking infuriating.
It is infuriating.
Okay, moving on. My name today is obviously in honor of Kayleigh McEnany, who is back from her leave. And she was on Jesse Waters last night, giving a little bit of an update about what the fallout is going to be from the whole Biden classified document hullabaloo. I hope that you're not looking for good news here, because here's what she thinks.
Oh, we're never going to get accountability. I think you laid that out very nicely on the 5. But look, there should be accountability, because what Biden is asking you to believe defies logic. That these documents from 1974 were sitting perhaps by the wheel of a Corvette for 5 decades, Jesse. 5 decades. And he didn't notice. I don't know about you, but I go through my documents. I try to do spring cleaning. Over a 50-year period, I would have discovered a document with a classified marking. And then he tells us, oh, wait, it's my messy secretary who did it. So the secretary in 1974, when you stole a classified document from the Senate, was also your secretary in 2012, 2016, when you're leaving your job as vice president. None of that makes sense. I'm glad Republicans are asking questions, but to your point, when is there going to be action?
There won't.
There won't be.
There will be.
No, I don't think anything's going to happen either. I mean, because he's got all these people in his pocket. So it's nice that we're asking questions, but nothing's ever going to happen. I think that we know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not going to be Debbie Downer, but I don't think anything's going to happen. I mean, just like with the Hunter Biden stuff, do we think anything's going to happen with the Hunter Biden stuff? Do you think there's going to be
like it has to be something?
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of yelling and posturing and screaming and, I don't think anything's going to happen with that.
It's really, I don't like being so like pessimistic on Valentine's Eve. What's on today, you guys?
It begins.
But you know what? I do have a feel-good story in just a little bit. We're going to get through some other things first, but I do have a feel-good story. So just hang on, you guys. Stay with us.
It's a good one.
It's a great feel-good story.
One. Yeah.
And actually, this next clip is also a feel-good story because it's Tucker mocking the ever-loving crap out of Don Lemon, and it is so priceless, perfect, snarky Tucker. Check this out.
How can a man so obviously limited have such boundless self-esteem? Doesn't he know he's an idiot? No, he has no idea. This is the guy who once suggested that a commercial airliner had been eaten by a black hole. And when people laughed at him, he seemed completely unbothered by their laughter. In a world of intellectual pretense, Don Lemon is not ashamed of being dumb, or for that matter, ashamed of anything else. When he got fired last year from his primetime gig for low ratings and reassigned to mornings, he told viewers it was a promotion, and he seemed to mean it. So whatever else you say about Mr. Don Lemon, he is unflappable, or so we assumed. It turns out there is, in fact, one thing that bothers Don Lemon, and that's not being the prettiest person on the set. That drives him insane. So possibly as a kind of torture, a kind of punishment, CNN's new president, Chris Licht, paired Don Lemon with 2 much younger, much more attractive co-hosts, Caitlin Collins and Poppy Harlow.
Oh, my God.
And the normally steely Don Lemon began to melt down before our very eyes. The other day, for example, after Caitlin Collins interviewed a Republican member of Congress, Don Lemon launched into an attack on Republicans that wasn't actually an attack on Republicans, but a not-so-veiled attack on his co-host, Caitlin Collins. You can't do that.
Just love that so much.
God, what is Don's problem?
Well, he's not a morning show kind of personality.
He's become so bitchy. Remember when we met him?
Yeah.
We were like, he was.
That was when he was a softer, kinder Don Lemon.
He was a little bit softer and kinder. He was actually not so terrible to us at that point. And then it's like about a year and a half later, it took a really sick turn. Yeah. Remember he tried to tell us that he wasn't a liberal? Remember?
That was great. That was awesome.
Those were good times. We should totally get that on a loop and play it on our show. It was just like, what was that? It was crazy. Even back then we were like, really?
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
We kind of feel like you are. We feel like you're liberal. Yeah.
I don't know where Kamala has been in the world before she was VP, but now that she's driven everywhere, she apparently has forgotten how regular cars work. And so, she's very, very excited about school buses and electric vehicles and just buses of any kind. She was at an electric bus manufacturing plant yesterday.
Is that all she does?
Pretty much.
This is all they do is drag her to bus plants. It's all, every time we see her, this is all she's doing.
It's all she's doing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. You know how excited she gets over the weirdest things. And so now she's all excited about the fact that electric buses can charge your phone. Like they have outlets in them to charge your phone, as if gas-powered vehicles have not had this forever. But you guys know how she gets. So I wanted to show you her. She's all, yay!
A few minutes ago, as Matt walked me around, I had the opportunity to take a look at one of the buses that is being built in this factory.
Oh my God.
It is a model of American innovation. No exhaust, no diesel smell. The bus has Wi-Fi and even USB outlets next to every seat.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work.
We can already do that.
Look what she is as fascinated with this crap as like Hillary with the balloons. Remember Hillary, like with the
oh my gosh, she so is.
She is that. I don't like. What is it with this chick and the buses?
Know. It's weird. It's weird.
There's no way that she can run for president. There's no way. They can't, like, listen, they've got Joe. They don't want Joe to run. And then they've got her coming up the wings and they're like, she can't do this. Like, she's an idiot. Like, they're finding out that she's a total idiot. What are they going to do? It's going to be Gavin. It's going to be Gavin Newsom or Pete, Mayor Pete.
Well, I think Biden is going to run.
They can't run him. He's too freaking old. He's way too
I
old.
want them to, because like, that's our only hope, you think? Yeah. Because I think a lot of people would be snowed by Gavin. People are dumb. You know what I mean?
People are dumb, but God, you put Gavin up against somebody who has like any of the women that we have running, they've got bigger balls than Gavin. Gavin Newsom. I mean, God, that guy. They have nobody, but this chick and her obsession with buses. Somebody's got to do some sort of a montage of that. It would be like 3 hours long.
Maybe that's why they haven't. Because they're just like, it's too much for anybody to deal with that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. The last few clips I have, just such a mishmash of things, you guys, but it's Friday. And so that's how we're playing it today. This next story comes from a local news station about a couple who was massively overcharged at Starbucks. This story and the twists and turns is just nuts. Listen to this.
Oklahoma is desperate for answers after Starbucks charged them more than $4,000 for 2 coffees.
Oh my gosh,
that is $4,000. We talk about, prices are going up on everything. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's an expensive coffee. The couple goes to the coffee shop almost every day with the same order, but now they say they may never go back.
It all happened when they went through the drive-thru and Jesse Odell selected no tip. Days later, they found out a $4,400 tip was actually added.
Ooh, that's really bad. There's a look at the receipt. They have filed police reports. And you see that gratuity. That's a whole lot of fours.
Oh, yeah.
They have filed police reports, and they say they contact Starbucks corporate daily. However, so far, they say they've gotten 2 checks for their refund, but both of those checks bounce when they attempt to cash them.
So they can't get they have not gotten their money back.
Says they are aware of the situation and attribute it to a human error.
Well, give me my money back.
Yeah, I know. And they had to cancel a family vacation because all the money got sucked out of their checking account and they didn't have it back in time to actually go.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? And how is this hard? How do they send them 2 separate checks that bounce? You freaking make this right immediately. You are Starbucks. You're like a corporation. I can't believe that this has happened.
Pretty asinine. A lot of times though, banks, you can like call your bank and go, listen, this was done in error. Like don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they didn't notice that, I guess, for a couple days. Cause like, you don't expect that's ever going to happen.
Right. And a lot of times people will get coffee and they don't even look.
Right.
They don't even look. So oh my God.
I know.
That is insanity.
I couldn't believe that story, so I had to share it.
Yeah,
All
a
right,
lot
you
of people
ready
are
for
like,
some?
I never buy Starbucks. Yeah, that's probably a good plan. Go to like a mom and pop shop.
I saw somebody be like, "Wow, those people really got boned,"
Yeah,
and not in a good way.
no. Mm-mm.
Okay, you ready for feel good?
Yes, we're ready for feel good.
This actually comes from Anderson Cooper, but just look aside. Like, that's not important, right? The story he's telling is important. And so you're just going to love this, you guys. Listen.
Tonight was some moments of compassion. Recently in Macomb County, Michigan, a sheriff's deputy responded to a report of a man possibly passed out in his car. Turned out to be something much different. Take a look.
So what can I do for you today? You say you don't want to hurt yourself, right? No? Have you ever attempted suicide or anything like that in the past? Okay. Is there anything I can do to help you?
I could use a hug.
I'll give you a hug. Seems like you got a lot going on, man. It's all right. It's all right, man.
Oh my God.
It seems like a lot to take on, you know?
Dude, we can get you some help.
Yeah, we can get you somebody to talk to and stuff.
Oh my God.
As you heard, a second deputy arrived on the scene, and for the next 20 minutes, the two military veterans sat with the man. They listened, they gave him words of encouragement, and they did what they promised. They gave the man in need of a hug the phone number to the local crisis center, and they went even further. Take a look.
I gotta do that.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
And if you need to talk, if you can't talk to them,
you can call us. Call that number, dude. I'll come out and meet you. I'll sit down and talk with you. You can vent.
All right. That's what I'll do.
All right, brother.
Live each day like it's
Appreciate it. Hey, if you ever need anything, you just call, all right?
Means a lot.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
That is a master class in compassion and empathy. And a reminder, if you or someone you know is facing a crisis, you can call the National Suicide Prevention and Crisis Lifeline at 988. That's 24/7. Again,
I mean,
good job on him for showing like cops that, you see what I'm saying? Cops in a really good light. Good job on doing that, because they don't do that enough. And so good for them.
Isn't that the sweetest story?
So sweet. So
sweet.
And
you know what? The thing is, that's not rare.
Right.
I'm positive that happens way more often than like the bad cop stories. You know what I mean?
Of course. I get pulled over all the time and cops are super nice to me.
That's for a whole other reason.
I mean, it happens like every other day, you guys. Okay.
I just love that. And I also love this next clip of Bill Gates looking like such a complete douchebag. So this is from his daughter's TikTok account, I guess. And he agreed. And I guess good on Bill Gates, right? His daughter asked him to do a TikTok dance with him, and he did it. And I just get a lot of glee out of it because of how bad of a dancer he is. And so I thought maybe everybody would enjoy this as much as I did.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's so much awkwardness there.
It's just so awkward.
It's like his body is like, why? I don't understand how to move. I don't know. What is happening? Are we moving? I've never moved before. I don't know how to do it.
Oh my God. By the way, he's dating again. Did you see?
Oh,
He's dating a widow of some super, super rich dude. So like this woman also has piles and piles and piles of her own money.
What does she look like?
She's attractive. She's an attractive woman. I think she's like 60-ish. I mean, I think they're like around the same age.
Bill Gates is going to do it with somebody, you guys.
Ew, now why would you say that?
Because you said that he's dating somebody.
But I didn't make people visualize.
Well, what are they going to do? Just have dinner? What else are they going to do? They're dating. He's dating. That means bow, check up.
No, I don't want to think about that at all.
So gross, Mom.
Don't want to think about it.
He's going to do that dance with this giant man hips. He's going to come at her and be like, hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Maybe they'll take dancing lessons together.
At Arthur Miller.
Yes.
I cannot.
Maybe they will. Okay, we have some whack.
Okay,
Please
listen,
set this up before I show it.
you guys, you know how people are doing this thing now with their dogs? I say people. I don't do it because maybe I kind of want to know what Cash has to say every once in a while, but not really, because I feel like he would say naughty things if just being in our house. But people are doing the same with their dogs, where they have these elaborate things on the floor. I don't even know where you get these things. These elaborate things that looks like what do they look like? They look like these bubbles on the floor, and they say things like they'll say like hi, poop, outside, things like that. And so the dogs will hit them, and then they're communicating with their owners in this way. But there's this one giant dog. I don't even know what breed of dog it is. She looks
It's got to
like
be some sort of
doodle.
a doodle mix,
It's
right?
a doodle. It's some sort of a doodle. Meredith, thank you, Meredith. But there's some sort of a doodle that is, I can't remember the name. Apparently,
Bunny. I follow Bunny. Bunny's the OG of this.
Mock is obsessed with this dog.
I love Bunny.
These people talk to this dog like it's a human, and the dog, Bunny, is Bunny is very communicative with her owners, and we can show you the one video that I sent Mock to. So I think it's kind of weird because now what's happening is Bunny apparently. We'll show you this one video here.
Okay.
You want to just show?
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Potty. Really? You went potty not too long ago. Can you wait a little bit? Can we go potty later? Or do you have to go now? Go. Oh. Okay.
And that's amazing. She's so good.
It is amazing, but like now there's a mirror on the floor, and she apparently is like walking up to the mirror and going, "Who's this?" And then there's another video where she's like stranger inside, and like she's showing her like she wants upstairs. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And like the mom, the woman is like, "Oh, we need to go upstairs and see if there's a stranger." I mean, like, and people are saying she's sensing paranormal stuff in the house. She doesn't understand who she is. She doesn't understand that she's a dog. She's so incredibly intelligent that she's freaking people out, which that kind of freaks me out too. So there's some whack elements to it too, because she's that intelligent. It's crazy what these dogs can do. And then I sent you a thing the other day about, there was that one border collie, and he had the elderly. Anderson Cooper actually did it. Weirdly
It was
enough.
an amazing story. It's like from 2014.
Right. It's an older story about this dog. I can't even remember the dog's name.
Chaser? Was it like Chaser?
Chaser. Yes, it was Chaser the dog. You guys can look it up. It's a really cool documentary. It was a piece on 60 Minutes that they did. That's what I showed you. But it was encapsulated. But it was a really interesting piece on this dog who was just brilliant. And he had like a vocabulary of over like 1,100 words or something. And the guy was a psychologist and trained him. He's this elderly dude, and he ended up passing away like a year before the dog did. But it was just this remarkable story of this dog. So dogs are crazy smart if you train them to be crazy smart. But I think we've not even tapped into their intelligence. But it's that kind of stuff that freaks me out, because when they start looking in mirrors and talking to you and saying, "Who is this? Like, who am I? Am I a dog? Like, am I human? What am I?" That's when I start going, all right, I don't like.
It's like the Chat GPT of dogs.
Right. Exactly. And then my dog's in the other room. She'll eat a bone and like yak it up on the floor. And I'm just like, really?
And
like,
my dog goes and like eats other dogs' poop. So
right. This is exactly. Or eats cow crap in the yard. I mean, so anyways, that was my
I love
whack
that.
today.
But I do follow
out,
Bunny. I've followed Bunny for
time. What's her handle again? In case people want to.
This is Bunny. Let me see. What about Bunny?
What about Bunny?
What about Bunny? On TikTok, anyway. I think that might be true on Instagram too. I followed Bunny both places because I was just so fascinated.
Yeah,
she's the OG. Like that woman, I feel like is the one that brought all the attention to the speaking devices.
Yeah. What about Bunny is her handle. I'm on Instagram, so I don't know. It's pretty interesting stuff. Kind of weird. Can be kind of weird. But there you go.
Cool.
I thought I'd bring that to your attention. There you go.
All right, it's time for My Pillow Talks. If you haven't tried the My Pillow 2.0 version, the temperature control-y version of the My Pillow, Get yourself one. There's 4 different levels of fill. Everybody's going to love these pillows. You can get a huge discount, buy one, get one at mypillow.com/ Prince Harry is back with an interview with Oprah.
Here we go.
So there were several conversations about what gender the baby might be.
Wait.
The hair.
What?
Yeah.
Who is having that conversation?
My father, my brother, the Queen. People would ask, do we know? Do we know? And we always had planned that the baby would decide that for itself. But to presume that we could know.
What?
Yeah. And I love my brother, and I love my family, and I love my grandmother, and we love the baby. But
disgusting.
It's hurtful.
Oh.
We need to modernize the conversation.
Oh.
We need to modernize the conversation.
It's so ridiculous. I guess Candace Owens found him the other day and now has started sharing his videos too. But we are the OGs of sharing his videos.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay. I do have so many short itty bitty TikToks to share with people today. First, this is like my biggest dream, my husband's worst nightmare. Watch.
Valentine's Day is coming up and I want another dog. But my husband says I can't get one. This house is a prison.
I mean, look at how many dogs.
Oh my God. It's a kennel.
Valentine's Day.
Everywhere.
They are everywhere.
So
this house is a prison. I love that so much.
I know you know the song 1,000 Years. It's a great song. It's a
I
beautiful
love it.
song.
It's
one of
beautiful.
my favorites.
It is a fantastic song.
Gorgeous. Well, this husband has a new spin on it, and it is not funny to his wife.
I'm starving, waiting for my darling to make up her mind. Choose what we can eat tonight. Cause my stomach's in so much.
She's like, oh my God.
What do you want? Why is it taking you so long?
I don't know what I want to eat.
I'm so hungry. I've starved every day waiting for you. Darling, I'm so afraid. Look
at her face.
For 1,000 years. Hungry for 1,000.
Her face. She's like, God, get over yourself.
Great singer.
He is a really good. He's a really good singer. Uh-huh.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's
so
true.
much.
All the guys are like, yeah, I can totally relate. Just make up your damn mind, lady. Uh-huh.
I just love that. Okay, this is one of the this is the power of TikTok. Okay, so there was this woman who has a strange, I don't want to say condition, that's not the right word, but her body does something that she thinks is very unusual, and she's never been able to get a diagnosis, right? She's gone to doctors and she's like, why does my body do this? And they're like, we don't know. This is super weird. Well, leave it to TikTok. She makes a TikTok about the weird thing her body does. And sure enough, people respond and they say, yes, either I have that too, or my son has that, or somebody I know has it. And here is the name of the disorder.
Oh my
so
God.
Because of TikTok, she now knows her affliction, which is, I think, amazing, right?
Well,
like that's crazy.
yeah, it's also a test, but it's also a knock on our medical industry.
Well, yeah, and we've talked about that before for sure. But here she is describing the condition. It's called the Marcus Gunn syndrome. Here she is.
Okay, guys, I have this condition that I've had my whole life, and I've never met anybody else that has this condition. I've tried to Google it, and I seriously just can't find. I just can't find what it is. I've just lived with it my whole life, so I'm gonna show you what it is, and can people around the world stitch this with other people that have this? Like, surely I'm not the only person. So basically, when I open my jaw, it also tells my eyelid to open at the same time. So my brain basically sends the message to open to my left eyelid and my jaw at the same time. So you can't really tell, like, but I'll show you.
Oh my gosh. That is
Tell me that
nuts.
somebody else has this.
Is that the weirdest thing ever?
That is crazy.
And now she knows what it's called. It has a name.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
Right?
But the fact that she went to doctors and doctors were like, yeah, we can't help you. Like, seriously, you spent like 12 years becoming a doctor. What the hell? You can't help this woman? Like, can you not look it up? Can you not like ask somebody? What is your problem? Like,
It's pretty nuts.
I'm sorry, I just don't have faith in doctors that much anymore, you guys.
You want to see an itty bitty teeny weeny wiener dog?
Always. I always want to see wiener dogs.
They got him a new bed.
He's a tiny
He's so itty
dog.
bitty.
He's tiny.
So precious. But he doesn't like the bed. He wants to
wanna
be
on
right
there.
there.
I want to be right there. I don't want to be on the bed.
So cute. Oh my God. I freaking love wiener dogs. I love them. I love them. That's like the
dogs.
one small dog I really love.
Really? They're really, dachshunds are awesome. What about that dog that's in the bed? We need to see him all the way to the right on the second row.
All the way to the right. Oh, I wasn't actually going to show that, but I can if you want.
I kind of want to see him.
Okay. It's just, he's having some trouble with his own paw.
Oh, okay. Just want to see that.
And he's like, what? Why is my paw the way it is?
I like him. I just like him. Just really like him. He's basically me this morning getting out of bed. That's how I felt getting out of bed this morning, you guys.
This guy wants to show off his rulers.
Hello, I'd like to introduce you to my ruler collection. This is my 12-inch ruler. This is my 6-inch ruler. And this is my Jason Derulo.
What? It says Jason Derulo.
It says Jason Derulo.
Oh my God. I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Well, because you're you. Because you're you.
I
It's
think
who
that's
you
why.
are. Mhm. Right.
Also this, I
Rosella's mad because we're not showing any cats. Rosella's sick of dogs.
I'm gonna show a cat. Oh my God.
He's gonna
But
show a
first
cat.
I'm gonna show 2 cats, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
But first
Stay
you have
tuned,
to
Rosella.
see how hard this dog works at sitting. Okay.
Okay.
Sit. Down.
Very, very earnest in his
Sit.
sitting. Oh, I'm so excited.
That is like the biggest sit ever.
Very big sit. Rosella, just stay tuned. She's gonna do it.
I am.
She's gonna
It's
show
next,
a cat.
right now.
It's coming.
It's right now.
Here comes the
The
cat.
first cat is, I've never heard a cat sound like this, and it's an adorable sound. And so I thought I would, because it's precious, and I love that his name is Gordon, which is such a human name, right? But this is Gordon making his Gordon sounds.
Gordon, you know you're not allowed on the table.
What
You know
is
you're not allowed up
that?
there. Come on.
I've never heard a cat do that.
I know.
Come on.
Is he a pigeon? He's like identifying as a bird. So
I know
strange.
it was so strange to me too. I
He's
thought
cute,
that
though.
Yeah, he's super cute. Super cute.
cute.
Okay, I know this guy tells a joke. I know it has something to do with Greece or Rome or something, and I don't remember it, but I'm just gonna play it.
This is my impression of someone who was teleported from ancient Greece to the 21st century, reading the word motorcycles for the first time. Who's motorcycles?
Oh my god, that's so great.
I love that. All
is
right, here's another
awesome.
cat for all you cat people out there. This I love this one too. Why do they do this?
He's like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill the bag.
Man, an empty bag
Cats.
or a newspaper or a box, and your cats are entertained for
Hours.
hours.
Oh God.
Anyway, those are your
Great.
talks going into the
I'm
weekend.
sorry. I'm sorry I didn't have my blinds open. I'll do that Monday. I just completely spaced on that
Oh.
this morning, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's a beautiful sunrise. You just can't see it.
Sucks for you guys. Sucks for
Sorry.
all us.
Sorry about that, everybody. Just imagine it conjured up in your brain. It's great.
Well, then we better get a flap.
Oh, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Give everybody a flap. Come here. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Come here. Come here. Give everybody a flap. Come here. Oh, come here. You gotta give me your head. Come here. You gotta give me your big head.
There it is. It's coming. I feel it.
Mwah! There it was. There it was. There it was. Okay, everybody. Oh, some more flaps. Oh, more flaps.
Oh,
okay, you
man.
guys. So many flaps. So many Friday flaps. You guys, it's Friday.
It's Valentine's Eve.
Oh, she's so excited. It's already beginning. She's going to be wearing red and pink all weekend long, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
God help us all. It's happening. Okay. And then Monday is actually Valentine's Eve. So just get ready.
Yeah.
Prepare yourselves. You guys have a wonderful
You
weekend.
did not bring it in.
Oh my God. What am I doing? I'm sorry I didn't bring it in. I'm so sorry.
I was sitting here waiting,
You
just
guys,
like this, thinking surely she's going to get the hint.
you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we will talk to you on Monday. Bye, everybody.